Good morning from Smuggler's Notch Campground here in Stowe, Vermont. Today is the day. It is the race to the top of Vermont, which is kind of a misnomer because all we're doing is we're going up the toll road, the auto toll road, to the summit parking lot, and then to actually go to the summit is another mile or so. So yesterday we traveled up here. I'm here with my brother-in-law, Matt, which if you watched the Mount Washington video, you saw him in that one. And we drove up, we stopped on the way to get some maple syrup, and then we came to the campground, got everything set up. He slept in a tent, I just slept in my car. And then we went and picked up our bibs. So they had the t-shirts and everything. And what was really interesting is they made us sign an extra waiver. So you're already doing the waiver online, and then they still made us do another paper waiver, which is kind of exciting. And then from there, we went and walked around downtown Stowe. We went to Smuggler's Notch Distillery to do a tasting, which was, let me tell you, a $5 tasting saved me a lot of money yesterday because it was not that great. And then we went and got sandwiches, and we kind of had this extra time. So we're like, what are we going to do? And I had no idea that the Ben and Jerry's big tour and everything was up here. We saw it when we came in. So we went to Ben and Jerry's and did the $6 tour, and it was really, really fun. So we are all ready to go. Interesting thing is that the parking area for this is I think it's 0.6 or 0.8 miles away, and it's you have to go up a hill to get to the starting line. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take two separate vehicles because he's going to finish a lot faster than I am. And we're going to go park, and then we'll talk more about the event when we get down there. Parking area is about a half a mile from the start. So we got a lot of runners here. We also have a lot of cyclists. But not too many cyclists yet because they start an hour after us. They start at 10, we start at 9. Here we are at the toll road area. So you can kind of see behind it, there is a mountain, the mountain with the towers on it. I think that's where the visitor center is. And then if you go over behind this building, that's where the summit is going to be. So here we are at the start area. Not too much going on here. Oh, there's Joe Gray right there. You see him, Matt?
I do.
So he got to park up front. Wow. Just got a picture with Tom from Delta Dental. That was pretty exciting. And right now what we're doing is we are kind of getting ready our bags. So we have, they have a shuttle that'll take the bag to the top for you. So I have just a hoodie, some snacks, and a water bottle. But looks like the starting is about as steep as Mount Washington was. I don't know when it turns to unpaved, but the beginning is definitely paved. Here's the information about the toll road. It said the top elevation, 4,395 feet, which is, okay. Paved road, only a quarter mile, which is basically what we can see. Here we have the bag check. So we're about 20 minutes away from the start now. A very light rain happening. As you can see behind me, there's really not that many people here. This really has more of a trail run vibe than a road race vibe to it. And one of the reasons why there's not a lot of people here is because, like I said earlier, there is going to be the bicycle race at 10 o'clock. And I believe between both the running and the biking, they only have 800 participants. And it seemed like when we were picking up our packets yesterday, there were going to be a lot of cyclists. So it'll be really interesting, especially going down the mountain with the bicycles afterwards. You can see at the beginning behind me, race instructor said the first 8 minutes is the hardest. It's pretty steep. So we're just gonna keep going. A little break here. That is steep. Absolutely beautiful here in the woods. As you can see, it's pretty flat right now. Definitely a good break for my calves after that first little hill. That was quite the way to start the race, let me tell you. Cool little spot here underneath the ski lift. Just a line of people snaking up the hill ahead of us. Do have a marker here for 1 mile, and pretty much exactly matched my watch too. So we're just kind of doing these crazy switchbacks. There was one back there as well. Definitely better than going straight up, that's for sure. I'll show you more of these on the way down. But it's pretty cool to have these gates here. And I think these are all different cross-country skiing trails. So obviously in the summer they're closed. But they're all decorated pretty cool, like this one. At 1.5 miles, and this is super steep. We had looked beforehand at the elevation, and we knew 1.5 miles was going to be brutal. So this is going to be 17% right here. So funny story about this chapel. When we stopped at Stowe Maple Products yesterday, the guy that owned it was super chit-chatty, and he was telling us how him and his wife actually got married at this chapel. Just at 1.82 miles now, and a very nice and very welcomed flat part here. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it is lightly raining, but nothing that is going to make me soaked or soak my shoes, which is the bigger concern. It just kind of feels great on the skin. Cool down a little bit. Rain is picking up a little bit as we hit mile marker 2. But we're not out of the tree line yet, so it's still not bad. Big negative with the rain, of course, is it's going to be not the best views up top, but that's all right. It is what it is. 2.15 miles. We are halfway because this is a 4.3 mile race. Up here we have the water stop. About 2.4 miles in. So less than 2 to go. Pretty nice area for them to have a water stop in. Let's check out the view over here. Yeah. Beautiful. And we'll see a lot more views on our way down. It's easier to kind of get those shots on the way back, just like Mount Washington. Let's keep on going. I also have an elevation marker here, 2,725 feet. These aren't the first people running downhill, but I missed the first ones. But people are heading back. Great view behind us. Some guys that we're kind of going with, or I'm going with. Really nice. Beautiful. We'll see that on the way back down. You can see the mile marker 3 up ahead, and we're definitely into that alpine zone now. Lots of pine trees. You can see kind of like the moss and the pine needles over here. Yeah, already at mile 3. Like I was telling one of the guys back there, you know, I always feel like between this one or Mount Washington, it's like once you get to the first mile, it's really not that bad because it's like a psychological weight has been lifted. Just because you're like, oh, okay, I'm already a quarter of the mile, or, you know, a quarter of the way there. It's really not that bad. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. Hard to tell on camera, but this is a very steep hill right here. You know it's steep and a bad turn when they have that fence, so you don't keep going straight, like just to kind of stop people from, like, you know. Oh, yeah, 3.07 miles. And that hill right there, that sucked. Quick view of the road behind and this steep ass road. Oh boy. Just gotta remind myself, literally like 1.1 miles left. That's it. We are getting there. Oh God, there's another fence up here. You know, it's another bad curve. Oh, but see, look, it's flat. All right, let's finish this up. I just love how beautiful it is with all the wildflowers. You have the rocks. I mean, this is really, really stunning. Definitely makes up for the treacherousness of it with its beauty. And here it really opens up. You know, again, unfortunately, it is overcast today, but look at these views. This is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. This right here is why we're doing this. It's like as soon as you get past the alpine zone or into the alpine zone and it opens up. Yeah, this is amazing. So unfortunately the top of the mountain is going to be over here somewhere. So we will be in the clouds when we hike that later. But we do have an elevation marker here. 3,310. Another beautiful view out that way. And we're in for an absolute climb right now. Here we go. Take a look at the view behind me. It's incredible. You can really see the wind whipping the fog up there. But it's not like it's windy, but it's really not that bad at all, to be honest. We're in a really nice open spot now. And all of these signs, here's a 3602 elevation. These signs are all for different ski slopes, but I mean, look at that. This may be one of the best views we get today. Because again, once we get higher, I don't know about the clouds. Beautiful here with the fog rolling up. And here we are at mile 4. Just a third of the mile left to go. Looks like we get one more nice little flat section here before we finish this one off. It is raining a little bit harder here now, but still nothing. Oh, look, here's Matt. I guess you're not going to the top. Okay, bye. There goes Matt. So I am going to hike to the summit of Mount Mansfield all by myself today, which is completely fine. This is it, guys. This is the last stretch. Really into the clouds now. We are super close. And there you go. There's the finish line. Nice scenic finish line. Alright guys, so there you had it. I finished in 1 hour and 34 minutes, which is a little bit longer than my goal. I wanted to finish sub 1:30, but that first hill was so bad. It killed my calves. So we are at the top. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to find the hiking trail to hike to the summit of Mount Mansfield unless someone stops me, which I actually have a feeling they might not let me go because everything's blocked off. But I'm going to try to do it anyways, and we'll go from there. I have a pile of gear bags here. Here's mine just laying here. So we're going to pack that up, and it does look like we can go up here. So we're going to go and try to find the trail, and if we can, we're going to hike it, like I said, to the summit. and then we're going to go ahead and walk back down. Hey guys, we just finished our Mount Mansfield summit hike, so you can see that video. It's a separate video, but I am back at the parking lot and it is completely cleared out. There is still that one guy behind me. I was just kind of nervous that they were still going to be here and they were going to be like, oh, you can't walk down the toll road or something, but I'll go ahead and show you it is completely clear. So right here you can see where they dumped the water from the water stop. This was where the finish line was and everything, and full of cars and all gone. So we are now going to make our long walk all the way down the auto road. So I decided I'm gonna just do a really, really slow jog going down, just because I am not walking 20+ minute miles all the way down here. But what's cool about it is I'm the only one. So I'm gonna be able to enjoy this entire jog all by myself. I am not the last person. There's one guy that's behind me. I passed him on the way down from the extra summit hike, so he is still behind me. I'm not the last person on the mountain, guy. I'm damn close to it in typical me fashion, but it's all right. I'm getting my money's worth. That's what I always say. Luckily, as we're starting to descend, the clouds are now above us, so we will get some great views down here, which is really exciting. It's funny because, people would think, oh, you're the last one, whatever. Even though I wasn't the last finisher or whatever, I'm just last on the mountain. But I guarantee you, when I look back on this, going down and taking my time and enjoying the scenery is going to be the absolute highlight of this event for me, without a doubt. We're at 1.5 miles down the mountain. Not really doing a jog, it's more like a speed walk with a little flair, but that's all right. Great views. You can already see how far, down we've descended compared to before. Definitely not complaining about the views on this one. Here's where they had the water stop earlier with another gorgeous view. I promised to show you some of these closed trails on my way down, and this is one of them. Very cute woodworking here. Less than 1 mile to go now. Finally getting down there. Here we get a really good perspective. We have about 0.6 miles left. You can see all the way down there, the little house. That's where we're going. And if I turn around, that's where we came from. This was the first little woodwork gate that I saw on the way up. That was so cute. And this will be the last one. From here on out, we're just heading to the bottom. This will probably be our last kind of panoramic view of this race. We are getting really close to the bottom now. You can see the hotel that's down there. So we are pretty much there. I am super shocked that they are still doing raffles, which means Matt might still be here. Maybe they still have some food left. We will go and take a look. I still had plenty of tacos left. This was basically the food. Matt ate drank my beer, which I told him to, which was totally fine. And that is pretty much it. We are gonna get out of here. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. That was quite the adventure today. But I'm glad we were able to do the race and do the hike and get everything done and not be like where nobody is here anymore. So that was kind of nice. So I'm gonna go and grab some food, like some real food. This is not gonna cut it for me. And just be on my merry way. So thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.